everyone, and welcome to the Cardinals Stadium for CTN's live coverage of girls high school soccer. Tonight, the Coon Rapids Cardinals host the Champlin Park Rebels. Joe Young, Howie Shapiro up above for today's action. And Howie, a beautiful day for soccer.
It really is, and we're looking out on the field. The field's in beautiful condition. It's not humid. The temperature's in the 70s. It's going to be a wonderful, wonderful evening, late afternoon and early evening here tonight.
Start of this doubleheader is the girls' contest. The Lady Cardinals come in at 3-6-1 after a fast start. Got out with a 2-0-1 start. They've fallen on hard times. Just 3 of their last 4 games, they have lost 1-0.
Yep, and this is going to be an extremely difficult test playing against a team in Champlin Park who's yet to lose a game. They're 8-0-1 on the season. And this just starts a 3-game set with 3 teams ranked in the metro area. There's head coach Keith Pavelka. Had a chance to speak with him a little bit and, talk to him about the fact that obviously they're having a pretty good season. And he said, we just can't look past anybody, quite obviously. But their game is creating chances, and they love to do it. Coach Karen told me they'll shoot from anywhere and expect to score. So the Cardinals defensively, that's the key for them. They're going to have to play very, very solid here on the defensive end if they want to get a chance.
Well, they have played very well on the defensive end. The last 4 games, all decided by 1 goal. Cardinals shut out in 3 of those 4, and then against St. Francis on Saturday lost a 3-2 contest. So the defense has been working. They have not been able to put enough numbers on the offensive side. But I'll tell you, this is a program for Coon Rapids that has a lot of really young talent up front.
Very much so.
All of their attackers, freshmen and sophomores for the most part, and they show a lot of potential for what this could be as far as the power on offense.
Well, their top 3 scorers, one with 11 goals, one with 9 goals, and one with 8 goals. So these girls for Champlin Park can score.
Pushing it down the wing, their first good attack. A lot of red jerseys back there to slow things up. They play to the right corner, and that shot shanked well wide by Izzy Quick. Out of play, and a goal kick coming up for Coon Rapids. Quick look at the starters. Maylee Mathis, Izzy Quick, the attackers for the Rebels. Hartig, Kala, Marshalik, and Carlson in the midfield. Carlson, Vandevong, Elizondo, and Peach, the defenders, and Mayla Brady is their goalkeeper. For Coon Rapids, Kylie Scott and Molly Terabeza, a freshman and a sophomore up front. Peyton Taylor, Alyssa Molly, Jessica Dulong, Molly Knobloch in the middle, Ava Johnston, Anna Kepke, Allie Headland, and Macy Lodato, the defenders. And Maddie Headland is the goaltender in a good cross in close, but Quick got under it and sent it up and over. Out of play, another goal kick coming up for Coon Rapids.
Yeah, and that's one of the things the Cardinals said, we cannot let them get that cross in front of the goal, and that's exactly what they did. That was a great scoring opportunity for the Rebels. Unfortunately, they couldn't convert. But defensively, Cardinals have to be wary.
It turned into it was a corner. I didn't see the Cardinals get a piece of it, but Cardinals able to thwart the attempt, trying to get things turned around back in midfield. Across the stripe comes DeLong, trying to send it ahead for Scott. Broken up by the Rebels and turned around near sideline with it is Kala. Carlson bumped off it. That'll draw a whistle. Free kick for Champlin Park. Just a little bit of body there.
Coach Karen was talking about controlling the middle third, too, and that's something that he really wants to be able to try and do here this afternoon. And then, of course, push it to that upper third so they can try and create some offense.
Trying to send it through for Kala, but broken up and sent out of play on the far side. Coon Rapids being conservative on defense. They know that the midfielders and attackers for this Rebels team have a lot of different weapons.
They're dangerous.
They're going to get a lot of numbers back early. This shot from a ways out, lofted well out of play by Marshallek.
Yeah, again, defensively, Joe, if they can just keep that ball, try and keep that ball wide, and that's what they're going to do here today. And you saw it there. Headland did a nice job of clearing an opportunity away from in front of the net.
Rebels win it right back in midfield, push it into the attacking third. Mathis plays it in behind, but coming out to smother it is Headland as Megan Carlson was charging in.
Well, Headland, too, will need to be aggressive. If she's got the opportunity to beat the offensive player to the ball, she's going to have to do that.
Molly Knobloch turning, has some space, plays it now near side for Molly, and now played back again and pushed along by Kepke into the middle for Tara Beza. Tara Beza didn't get much on it, partially blocked. Scott jamming things in, and it ends up covered up by the goalkeeper, Brady.
Now, good opportunity for the Cardinals, too, is they able to get behind the defense a little bit, but you see a couple of white jerseys just boxing. Scott out.
Knobloch, another sophomore, has had an outstanding season for the Cardinals in the midfield. Another bump and another whistle blown against Coon Rapids. Hartig working to the middle, trying to get it ahead for Izzy Quick. Quick will play it back far near side for Kalal. Back up top for Hartig. Into the middle, bounced hard away from Mathis. Comes back for Marshallek. Marshallek stumbled, taken away there by Molly. Moves it along for Peyton Taylor down the wing a little too far and out of play to Champlin Park.
Yeah, just a little bit too much on that. She could not get to the ball.
Kylie Scott turning back near side for DeLong, who settles. Quickly covered, able to avoid Carlson. Played out on the near side by Morgan Peach.
Well, this is what the Cardinals want to do, and they, when they get the opportunity to be pressured down in the Rebel end, they want to try and be successful here.
Thrown to the corner for Tara Peza, too far out the end line. Goal kick.
Goal kicks for the Rebels.
Another steal for Champlin Park in their defensive end, and they quickly turn it around on offense. Kala being tracked from behind by Knobloch and pressured. Bounces around, and a shot attempt in where Headland has it without too much difficulty. Thrown out near side. Kala wins the race. Gets it back for Carlson. She's run over just a little. Knobloch gonna get a word from the official. We'll tangle up between her and Carlson.
There's a little warning. Let's see if here. Trying to give a little bit of shove.
Scott works it back to the middle. And moved along for Tara Beza. She can't get past Vanavong at the center field stripe. Vanavong has it back now. And the Rebels will work it to the near side field. Carlson Pressured by Scott. Scott able to steal it away. Scott had it tipped away from her by Kalai. Here's Carlson racing to the middle, chips it along. And I thought that was a handball, but down on the play was Izzy Quick. Ball went right back to the Rebels, though. Into the middle, Carlson chips it in, but no attackers rushing for it. Cardinals fire it off Kalai and out of bounds for the throw-in. Allie Headland with a smile as she went to retrieve that one. And now Headland's pass a little wide out of bounds in midfield.
I'll give the Rebels another opportunity to set up in the Cardinal end. Well, so far the defense is doing a nice job of really limiting those looks in front of the net for Champlin Park. So they're doing what they need to do here early on in this contest.
Knobloch turning it on, trying to get it to Terabeza, broken up by Elizondo. Far side is Taylor. Knobloch can't win it back. Played off of her by Elizondo and out of bounds. Throw in Champlin Park. We'll move the throw in a little bit closer. Marshalik trying to get it back to Hartig, now back to Marshalik. Work it all the way back to the defense, and now near side for Kala, into the middle. Trying to find herself a little bit of room. The pass through to Carlson was broken up. This is Mathis from an angle. Diving out on it is Headland.
Headland has to be aggressive here. We talked about it, the fact that she was able to come out and made sure she gathered that in.
You saw Izzy Quick defended, but right there.
Substitutions coming in. Number 14, Bailey Payne. And number 18.
Bailey Payne and Naomi Griffith for subs on the field for Coon Rapids.
Cards look like they have about a 4-player bench here today.
Throwing for the Rebels.
Sent right back upfield by Kepke. Rebels get it turned around. Carlson had it tipped away by Knobloch, but got it back for her squad. Kala looking for Quick, bounces away from her. A touch there by Mathis. Ball comes right back to her. Tracked down and challenged by Molly into the far corner. Out the end line, corner kick, Champlin Park.
And you can see some of these Rebel players very quick. Mathis, one of them. She's able to get to the ball quickly and get the opportunity to get a corner kick for her squad.
They go short post, headed away by Bella Payne. Rebels will chip it in again, this time right on Headland, and she takes it in the midsection.
Certainly an easy save for her.
Out to play that one is Brady, and she'll settle things down before punting it or throwing it away. Sending it ahead for Marshalik. To Carlson now. Back to the near side. On top of it is Carlson. Ahead to Kala. Pass is broken up. Headland collides with Carlson. Carlson gets it back, and now Kala along the wing. Chased there by Griffith. Trying to cut the corner, challenged. And played off the ball, turned back up to midfield by Knobloch. Scott tried to settle but couldn't, and throw in again for Champlin Park. And a steal for Kylie Scott, taking it away from Hartig. Trying to chip it into the middle for Tara Beza, broken up. Turning with it is Hartig.
So far, not seeing a lot of offensive presence from the Cardinals. The Rebels doing a nice job.
For a short time there, they had the only shot on goal.
Yeah. But as of late,
well, they have had a little bit of possession time. Certainly not as much as Champlin Park early on, and this one scared all the way back to Headland in net. Trying to settle it is Molly. Plays it back and right back ahead by Allie Headland. Turned away there by Elizondo. Cardinals trying to push it behind, create a foot race. Now, Molly Terabeza collided with Brady, and Brady a little shook up.
Yeah, she may have got a shoot to the foot. I mean, a shoot to the face, easy for me to say. See if we can see
Create
it
a
here.
race and put your speed on it. Right into her side. Ooh, took a knee to the back of the head. Yeah. And hopefully she is okay.
She's okay.
She's shaking it off, saying, I'm going to be all right. High punt away by Brady. And the Rebels able to settle near center field. Trying to get it to Kala, broken up by Headland. Kala comes back to it. Her shot blocked, though, by Kepke. Trickles through where Maddie Headland can scoop it up. Griffith battling with Hardig. Hardig able to win it back to Elizondo. Carlson challenged, able to hold on to it as Kylie Scott crashed in. Pass sent out of bounds by Griffith. Couple more substitutions. Julia Sullivan, the first sub of the night for Champlin Park.
Well, Champlin has a pretty deep bench. I misspoke earlier. There are 5 subs on the bench for the Cardinals.
Scott bumped off it. That'll draw a whistle. First penalty of the game against Champlin. Comes right in front of their own bench. Knobloch will handle the free kick for the Cardinals as we approach midway through this first half. Looking for Tara Beza. Back post. Good header right there. The Cardinals are on the board.
Well, I'll tell you, that's exactly what they wanted to do, is draw first blood here this afternoon, and they did that. Just a nice play and a header into the back of the net. Puts Coon Rapids up 1-0.
Well, it looked like they were trying to get it to Tara Beza. She had position. It was the bounce goes right over her head.
Oh, they disallowed it. I'm not sure why. I saw our officials were talking about some things, and what are they saying? That's unfortunate.
That was a pretty header by Bella Payne, too.
Great effort, Bailey.
Bailey Payne. But it hopped right over Tara Beza, and Payne was in the right spot.
Yes,
Great
she was.
Header right back over the keeper. There was no chance. But apparently Coon Rapids inside the box too early. Knobloch settling between a couple of defenders, looking for a path out. Trying to move it to the front line, turned around by Ellen Zondo. And now Kala into the Cardinal half of the field. Sullivan trying to work her way back in, tripped up. No call, good clean pick by Allie Hedlund. Hardig able to steal that one away, now get it back. Tara Beza with the takeaway, and she will turn on the speed down the right corner. Sent out the end line by Morgan Peach. It'll be a corner kick for Coon Rapids.
Let's take another look at that. If you thought maybe they're in the... let's see. So, yeah, I mean, she's outside that line. Yeah, I think that that the officials missed that particular one. And that would have been a big break for the Cardinals, because you're looking at a team in Champlin Park who scored 38 goals and only have given up 4 all season. And when you can get an opportunity to get on top of a team like this, that's unfortunate. We'll talk to Coach Karen hopefully at the break. We'll ask him what he thought of that no goal.
Jeff Dejoy, where are you?
Yeah,
With the soccer knowledge when we need you.
Putting the feelers out for Coach Dejoy. Give us an explanation. It's like when the NFL calls New York for a clarification on a rule. We're trying to get a hold of Dejoy.
We don't just have him in an extra room like the NFL
well,
does.
No, we tried calling him, but I think he's busy. He didn't know he was on duty for this evening.
Substitution for the Cardinals, number 39.
just to make sure, check the phone.
I know, I'm
see
checking
if
the phone
there's
just because you never know when you get a text from Jeff Dejoy.
But yeah, you talk about it would have been huge for the Cardinals as
It's the confidence.
facing a big team and having trouble scoring as it is coming into the contest. Get a big one early like that against a very strong opponent.
Well, the team has only given up 4 goals in 9 games. That's pretty good.
Carlson attacking down the right side. Her shot well high of the mark. And another goal kick for the Cardinals.
And they have not given up more than 1 goal in a game.
You win a lot of games that way.
Yeah, absolutely do. 5 shutouts in their 8 wins.
Carlson in traffic but stays in control. Her pass broken up. And again by Anna Kepke. Carlson again had it knocked away. Kepke moving it ahead for Bailey Payne, who tried to find Tara Bezo. That was broken up by Elizondo. Hernandez in the middle. Hit hard, but keeps in control. The Champlin player slow to get up.
It's a little chippy out there. They're letting them get away with some things.
Mathis near side for Sullivan. Tried to feed Hardig on the overlapping run, but the Cardinals break it up. McKenna Moe challenging and forced out of bounds. Kalai into the middle. Stays in control as she chases it down in the corner, plays it back now to Sullivan. Sullivan able to get around Knobloch with a little fake, find a little bit of space, now cutting to the middle. Oh, left it off, little miscommunication. Hernandez challenges, played back to Hardig though. Hardig to the far side, Mathis, and Hardig run over, will draw another whistle, and Champlin Park's going to have a penalty shot here from a beautiful spot.
Yeah, and this is going to be a test for the Cardinal defense because they are very efficient, and this is an opportunity for them to see if they can put a goal of their own in here.
Four-player wall to defend against the kick by Paige Kalal. She goes over the top direct, maybe going a little bit wide, but Hedlund out there to secure it anyway.
And not a lot on it.
Rebels right back in control. Sullivan into the middle, cleared away by Knobloch out of bounds.
Going for the Rebels.
Played downfield by Knobloch. Stopped up and turned around by the Rebels. In the middle is Marshalik. Over to Vanavong right side. Ahead for Kalai. Cuts to the middle. This is Hardig now. Sullivan on the left wing. Back to the far corner. That one bounces in front of the net. Cardinal clear, doesn't have a lot on it. Marshalik now into traffic. That stopped up. Carlson had it tipped away from her. Hernandez able to clear. Vanavong heads it down. Carlson out to collect again. Chips it in. Sullivan from a great angle flips it to the corner, and the Rebels are on the board.
Yeah, Sullivan did a really nice job of just accelerating it just as much as she needed past the defense and go for that wide angle shot far side of the net. Able to put it past Hedlund, and they're going to draw first blood here this afternoon. Is that just getting behind the defense? You're going to see going for that far side. And it finds the inside of the net, and the Rebels up 1-0.
Nice little chip pass from Carlson. Sprung Sullivan around the end. She chips it back and a cross to the far side. And Champlin Park leads 1-0.
That's Sullivan's third goal on the season.
Cardinal throw in.
Not a bad percentage for her. She's had now 8 shots on goal and scored 3 times.
Unable to keep it in along the near sideline was Naomi Griffith. Sullivan tripped up, another whistle, another penalty against Coon Rapids. And another. And he's reaching in his pocket. Knobloch may get the card, and she does.
She does. Well, we've seen some chippy play here. She did get caught that time.
I think Coach Karen feeling like there wasn't as much contact, but because of
No, it looks like their feet got tangled up a little bit.
I think because it was her second or third.
Yeah.
And because that same official had some words for Knobloch a little earlier. He felt it was time, especially since there was the foul just previous to that against Coon Rapids. Similar situation, just trying to get a foot in on the ball and getting feet instead. Every time Coon Rapids tries to pass to the middle, the Rebels able to break it up and quickly get turned around back on offense, setting up in midfield. Vanna Vaughn in for Carlson. Her pass broken up and rolled up and got the hand of Alyssa Molly.
Well, Joe, you can see why they're so successful in the fact that they do get back offensively so quickly, limit teams to opportunities, and then go back on the attack themselves.
Short pass to Mathis, challenged, but she's able to get it away from Ledato. Cross back to the far corner, just up out of the reach of Julia Sullivan into the near corner. Clearing attempt, stopped up and recontrolled again by Champlin Park. Good strong play to get that one broken free. Here's Mo trying to get around the corner. And lost out of bounds as she was challenged by Lindsay Carlson. Cardinals able to win the ball back. Pass gets past Mo. She'll challenge Carlson again. Rebels able to settle. Take a little bit of room and plays it to Sullivan. Sullivan toward the middle. Trying to chip it ahead to Carlson. Stopped up there by Hedlund. They tangle and both go down. Cleared by Kepke, but right back to Hardig. Here's Mathis attacking on the right side. Pressured over there by Taylor. Cross into the middle. Broken up and cleared by the Cardinals. And again, it's there. Hardig there to stop things up and resettle, keeping her team in the attacking third. Vandevong ahead to Carlson in the corner. Carlson's cross broken up by Kepke. Vandevong charges in. Couple of players tangled up and went down. This one came back out. A long shot is just wide by Marshalik. And Coon Rapids will have a goal kick.
Well, the Rebels do such a nice job of keeping the pressure in the Cardinal third. I mean, they really do not let the Cardinals get anything developed and get the ball out of their territory.
Taylor's pass broken up. Hardig with it, looking for support, plays it back for Morgan Peach. Near side for Carlson, ahead for Sullivan, and it ends up out of bounds. Megan Carlson now winning it back. To the back for Peach. And Marshalik to Vandevong. Ahead for Kalat. Challenged. Gets it in for Carlson. Lindsay Carlson. No, Megan. Lindsay's the defender. Long boot in by Hardig right on, but pretty easy save that time for Maddie Hedlund.
Yeah, not much on that shot. But the fact is that the Rebels just doing a great job of controlling this first half.
Played into the middle, a lot of white jerseys there. Marshalik will control back near side for Lindsay Carlson.
Stay strong, Molly, stay strong.
Good touch passing to move zones, change fields by Champlin Park. Good little footwork to gain the edge there by Sullivan. Now going to the back post. Mathis deflects, and it's a 2-0 game. Champlin Park in front.
Yeah, again, you just you put that ball towards the goal, and they find a way to put it in the back of the net. And that time, just a beautiful touch ball up to Mathis, and she's able to control it and put it in the back of the net.
Maley Mathis just getting the position. Sullivan now a goal and an assist in this first half. Perfectly lofted ball, right spot. Maybe not the exact touch that Mathis was wanting, but
enough for it
ends up in the right spot.
That's her 9th goal on the season.
So the Rebels operating with a 2-0 lead now. Cardinals trying to attack, stopped up in the middle. Elizondo making it really tough in the middle of that Champlin Park defense. Every time the Cardinals try to get to someone in the middle of the field, she's there to break it up. Koepke. Nice job heading it away at the other end as the Rebels try and get it into the middle. Carlson, first one there, pressured by Molly Terabeza. She'll tap it away out of bounds.
So
out of bounds, out of danger, let the defense reset.
Joe, just looking at the rankings for the girls' soccer in the metro area, the Rebels are rated 8th, Centennial rated 9th, and Maple Grove rated 3rd. Andover girls 2nd. Nicely played soccer up in this area.
Molly Knobloch trying to get some breathing room, but Delaney Johnson with her everywhere. Shot from a ways out, and Knobloch grabbing at her calf. Oh, and they're going to call the penalty.
Yeah.
And Coon Rapids is going to have a great opportunity here from a great spot.
Well, you talk about an opportunity to try and get back into this game. This is it for Coon Rapids. I mean, still plenty of time obviously left. There were just about a little less than 6 minutes before the break, but already down 2-0.
Well, they lined up about 4 yards off the ball, waiting for the referee to instruct them to go back. They're still only about 7 yards off the ball, 8. This one goes direct and just too high. Koepke looking for that upper corner out of the reach of Brady, but it was not to be. A goal kick upcoming. Peyton Taylor checking back in for the Cardinals. A little less than 5 minutes remaining in this first half. Champlin Park a 2-0 lead. Long left foot from Molly Knobloch is up and out of play.
Oh, at this point, Cardinals just trying to get some offense generated here and get some shots on goal. Second one that's gone over the top.
Line drive headed along by Izzy Quick. Rebels able to regain control. Kala gets it to Carlson in the middle of the field. Ashley Carlson, long pass, stopped up there by Johnson. Back into the middle, had it taken away by Kepke. Cardinals clear is stopped up, though, by Hardig. Cardinals recollect. Here's Molly Knobloch trying to chip it up that sideline and spring Terabeza with speed, but a little too much angle on it on the bounce.
Yeah, not able to do so.
Tapped away out of bounds by Peach. Scott not quite able to hold it in on the sideline. Good hustle back by Molly to pressure on defense. Kepke steps up to thwart the shot attempt by Kala and hustles to send it out the sideline instead of the end line. Very nice play by Anna Kepke.
Yeah, again, just trying to limit those inside looks. She's able to force it to the outside.
Send another one right back out of bounds. The Cardinals really happy to play along the sidelines.
Yep.
They'd love to be at the other end and try and attack here before the end. Izzy Quick whistled for the penalty deep in Coon Rapids end. Rebels again win a battle near midfield and then able to establish position. They pass really, really well. Kepke stepping up to break that one up. Knobloch looking for Taylor running free down the right wing. Taylor settles, cuts back, has some room, takes the shot, and it's just going to go wide on the far side.
Yeah, great opportunity for the Cards there. She's able to sidestep that defender. See it again, she's just gonna make a nice move around the defender who is sliding, but then just puts it too long on the far side.
Down to the final 15 seconds. And Champlin Park going to head to the locker room with a 2-0 lead. Not a lot happening on the offensive end for the Cardinals, and they know, you talked about it, a team that has 5 shutouts in its 9 games. Tough to get one against these Rebels, much less 2 to tie, 3 to win going to the second half.
Yeah, and the tough spot was that Coon Rapids was able to put one on the board but was disallowed. That would have given them a little momentum.
But Champlin Park, as advertised, very dangerous. A lot of different weapons. Moved the ball incredibly well and got a number of scoring opportunities, able to put 2 of them home in the second part of the first half. All right, we will take a short break, and we will be back with more from the Coon Rapids Sports Complex after this.
The award-winning community programming by CTN Coon Rapids is funded exclusively by cable subscribers. Without those subscribers, we would not exist. So no more coverage of local news, stories, events, and sports in our community. So thank you for subscribing to cable TV and for supporting CTN.
Back at Cardinal Stadium, Champlin Park a 2-0 lead as we reach halftime of game number 1 between the two girls teams, and we talked about it coming in. This is a Champlin Park team that is undefeated on the season, 8-0-1. They have 5 shutouts in their 9 games. Going to be very tough to score against. Then Coon Rapids gets a goal on the free kick, but called offside, and tough to see that one race from the board. Champlin Park responds with a couple of their own.
Yeah, that's a tough one because it would have given the Cardinals a little bit of momentum going into this that first half. But you're down 2-0. You've got to continue to tighten your defense. I thought defensively, for the most part, the Cardinals played pretty well. I mean, this is a team, as we talked about, very dangerous, can score from any part of the pitch. And you give them a 2-goal lead, they're going to have to tighten up. But the biggest thing is offensively. Can they get more time down in the third of Champlin Park?
Well, the little bit of time that they had position in the offensive end, they were able to create some stuff. Champlin Park getting a lot of looks at the end, but well defended. Cardinals have crashed into the keeper a couple of times. Here's the one they called offside, but certainly not before that ball was struck, where any red jerseys behind white, in my humble opinion. But it was waved off, and then with just over 15 minutes left, Sullivan scored, and then with just over 8 minutes left, Sullivan set up Mathis for goal number 2 on the redirect. They really have controlled the action. They are very good with the ball. They pass very, very well, and they continue to generate things for their offense.
Well, and you look at the shots on goal, 7 shots, 12 total, and that's the kind of domination that Champlin Park brings to this kind of the situation. And again, just if you're at Coon Rapids, you just have to continue to try and get some offensive looks, try and get some opportunities, and see if you can get back into this contest.
Well, another 40 minutes to play on the flip side of the break. We'll bring it to you after this. You're watching live girls high school soccer on CTN.
Lyons throws deep downfield. Milwaukee behind the defense has the catch, and he is gone.
Great showing in the 100 butterfly. But you can't quite catch the leader.
And it's hard to throw you for a loop.
No, not when it comes to swimming.
Cardinal Sports Complex, Champlin Park, a 2-0 lead as we reach halftime of the girls soccer game, and we are joined by Rebels head coach Keith Pavelka. And Coach, we talked about it a little bit from your angle. Kind of dodged one a little bit on the goal getting waved off.
Yeah, I think we did. We got a little bit fortunate there. I'd like to see the replay if they were offside or not, but I think it helped put us in check a little bit. And I'll tell you, Coon Rapids has been playing great so far. They put a lot of pressure on us on the counterattack. So we really have to make sure that we're in the right spots in those circumstances.
Coach, when we talked earlier, you said keeping possession and creating opportunities, and you really have done that in that first half. I would imagine that's the same situation you look at going into the second. Continue that same effort from the first.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, we're not going to change a whole lot. We're still looking to keep possession, and we're just going to try to look to create a little bit better chances, a little bit better scoring opportunities. Maybe take some shots from outside. We didn't really test the keeper a whole lot, so making sure that we're getting some more of those in.
All right, well, thanks so much for your time. Good luck in the second half. And they are just about ready to take the pitch once more. Coon Rapids will get the opening possession. And, you know, how you talk about how well they played with possession in that first half, and still looking at, okay, well, we didn't have as many scoring chances and really didn't test the goalie. We're going to try and create some from some different parts of the field in the second half.
Well, it's nice when you have the ability in that kind of squad that you can do that. And again, they're continuing. We talked about number 8 in the state, yet to lose, and they're a team that, really builds and capitalizes, and they've done so in that first half. And they said, let's work on other parts of our game where we know we can be successful and see if we can score goals from further out.
Knobloch, long boot, trying to spring Kylie Scott down the right side. Broken up, and here come the Rebels. And this is what we saw, just building attacks and just playing the ball foot to foot. That attempt by Kalal was blocked up. Crosses, and now here's a chance for Carlson. She had it taken away, but out the line, and a corner kick coming up for Champlin Park.
Yeah, again, they came out here and they want to be aggressive. They had first possession and opportunity to get back down into the Cardinals' defensive end and apply pressure.
Galat takes the corner, handed away by Kepke, slowed by Mathis. Now sent along the sideline by the Cardinals. Knobloch not able to keep it in. A throw in for the Rebels deep in the Cardinal end. Lundqvist gets it into Mathis quickly. Into the middle, Carlson settles, faces up, tries to find room with her left foot. Kepke is there. Now back to the right. She's challenged, had it taken away there by Molly, who plays it back out near midfield, and that's going to go out of bounds off of Elizondo.
And they do a nice job controlling the ball in the offensive end.
Well, and Elizondo's been a really nice shutdown player on the back end for Champlin Park. Consistently breaking up the plays. Just chip them out of bounds if that's the best play. Just settle everything down. That's what you look for from your stopper. This one played way too far in front of the Cardinal attackers and picked up by Brady, who clears it away.
We have a new goaltender, Joe Young, for the Rebels. That would be Malia Brady.
That's who was playing the
No,
first
wait.
half.
Number 0. There is no 0 on our roster.
Brady's the only goalkeeper that I see listed. We're going with Sarah Martin. We have a Sarah Martin. That could be.
Could be.
For the rest of the broadcast, she will be known as Sarah Martin. We hope that is correct. Not sure what hat we pulled that out of, but Mathis trying to gain the edge against Molly. Cuts back now in the middle, continually pressuring his Molly. Not going to let up on her and give Mathis space. Here's Kala running onto it in the corner, cutting back to Mathis. Mathis's pass broken up by Knobloch, but comes right back to her. And now here's Marshalik. Left footer, hit traffic, cleared away. Kylie Scott settles. Plays it far side for Griffith. Now trying to get it back to her, and Scott ran hard into Elizondo, and Elizondo hit the deck.
Yeah, she's
two players going for the ball, and Elizondo took the
see if we can see
the
it.
tough end of it.
Ooh.
Oh, we certainly hope she is okay.
That's not good. Yeah, she's okay. She's getting up. It's a good thing. And walking on her own power, and that's even better. It is confirmed. Sarah Martin is the goaltender, just a freshman.
Your wealth of resources astounds me.
It's on the roster here. But thanks, I'll take it.
Checking in for Champlin Park, number 18, Morgan Peach.
Well, she's walking off slowly and a little gingerly, and certainly hope that she's okay. She's going to be met right at the side of the field by Coach John Caron. hoping also that she's okay. You never want to see anyone get
No.
injured in any contest. But just as I was talking about how well she has done at stopping the back end for Champlin Park. Mathis pressured into the corner. Trying to get around the edge on Ava Johnston. Pass taken away, cleared away by Molly. Tara Beza for Bailey Payne. Payne ahead for Knobloch. Trying to come back to it, but can't get there. Kepke steps up to stop, but right to Harding.
Great hustle, baby. Great hustle.
Elizondo just, it was quickly looked at by the trainer. She's going to go back to the bench. Seems to be okay.
Foot race, Kylie Scott down the wing, trying to stop up and come back across. And a good pick there by Lauren Gauthier. Take the ball away from one of the Cardinals' dangerous scorers. This one played to Tara Beza now in the left corner. Tara Beza with a little more space, but now pressured by Peach, plays it back out. Into the middle, stopped up, and the Rebels able to clear it away.
Cross for the Rebels.
There's one over there. It's playing.
Cardinal throw.
We've lost our ball person.
Had to go home and eat.
Or did they have to go chase the one that went
Oh, that could be.
towards the softball fields?
Yeah, that was a while ago, though.
No, just moments
Oh,
ago.
that one. I don't,
Could have been dinner time.
the play. Yeah, I mean, it's 6 o'clock, a little after. Oh,
I
here
see.
comes one
I
from
was
there.
just gonna say, it looks like
She
one of
finished
the
her meal?
moms. One of the moms just came out.
Oh,
of
is
the
it a mom?
stands. Yeah,
Oh, I
I
love it.
just saw that. I just saw her leave the stands moments ago. Pitching in, do what what
step
you
up.
have to do to keep the contest moving. Here's Scott racing to the corner, trying to cross in deep. Right across a gaping goal mouth, but no Cardinals there to redirect. Played out off of the Cardinal attacker, and it'll be a goal kick.
It's again a good chance for the Cardinals just to float that one up over, just not quite where you needed it to be, but good opportunity.
Oh, it's exactly where you needed to be. You just needed one more.
No, you needed to be in the back of the net.
Well, you needed one more player to be where that ball was.
I get that.
It was a beautifully played cross.
Oh, absolutely was.
Unfortunately, no one there on the receiving end. Headland pokes that one away out of bounds in front of Mathis.
Let's go. Let's go, Nat. Go, Rebels.
Mathis for Marshalek, bounced away from her. Cardinals able to gain control. Knobloch challenged by Hardig. Looking to spin, plays it ahead. White jersey's there first, turned around by Lauren Gauthier. Here's Hardig with some room. Near side for Mathis. Mathis will take the shot. Save made by Headland.
And not a lot on that. Headland able to easily make that one. Mathis just going to put a little pressure on her. She's able to grab that.
Well, you heard Coach Pavelka talking about
Shots from the outside.
taking some
Go, Peach.
more mid-range shots. There was one. make her play the game. Carlson weaving through traffic, tripped up inside the box, and we're going to have a penalty kick.
Yeah, it's a tough one for the Cardinals here. She's a pretty good player. Give her that opportunity in close.
Penalty kick awarded to Champlin Park.
Carlson with 9 goals already on the season.
Carlson trying to weave her way through 3 players. Tripped up, though. And now we'll have the PK opportunity, a chance to put her team up 3-0.
For the Rebels will be number 17, Carlson.
Carlson had the assist on the first goal of the game. And she has the goal to put them up 3.
Goal number 10 on the season for Carlson. And again, the Rebels now increased that lead, as you mentioned, to 3 goals.
Substitutions for the Cardinals entering the match. Number 1, Peyton Taylor. Number 7, Jessica Duran.
Penalty kick in soccer is a tough one for a goaltender.
It really
you
is.
saw as soon as the call was made, you saw Maddie Hedlund put her hands on her knees and her head went down like, oh boy. It's much different than a free throw in basketball or a penalty shot in hockey.
Oh yeah, I mean the space you have to shoot in is much bigger.
I mean, shooters should be successful about 97 to 98% of the time with the huge gaping net that they have to work with. Mathis able to steal this one away, going for the cross. Redirect by Carlson, just out of her reach, but Sullivan recollects in the far corner.
A great hustle by Sullivan to win that battle to the ball.
Sullivan will shoot, and that's up over the cage out of play.
Back in for the Cardinals, number 12, Macy Lodano. Number 33,
You see it again. It's a really good opportunity. Just couldn't get a boot on it.
Well, and I thought Carlson was offside, but what do I know? Flag didn't go up, so you know what that means.
That means
She was not offside. Lundqvist plays it back. Peach into the middle. Turned around by Knobloch. Settled by Terabeza. And here's Peyton Taylor down the left wing. Challenged by Peach. Trying to get through and does. Now trying to spin away. Back for Terabeza. Back for Taylor. Skips away from her. Peach able to get a piece and now cleared away by Lundqvist. Slowed there by Molly Knobloch. Knobloch is pressured. Plays it back for Koepke. Cardinals trying to reverse field. That was broken up on the far side. Played out by Ava Huge.
Substitution for Coon Rapids. Back on the pitch, number 11, Kylie Scott.
Even if she's an only child,
The Rebels, number 12,
their family is huge. They're the huge family. It's a huge family.
A huge family.
Couldn't resist. It's too. It's almost
too easy. It was a little too easy.
Cardinals trying to put a little pressure on down in the Champlin end. That one played out off of McKenna Moe, though, and a throw in for the Rebels. But at least pushing those throw-ins deeper and deeper in their own end.
Right.
Long pass for Mathis, waiting on it and trying to race with Hedlund down the wing. Hedlund bumps, and the shot goes wide out the end line. Goal kick Coon Rapids.
Yeah, again, Mathis using her speed to try and get behind the defense. But just really good job playing her off the ball.
Number 13 is Quick, and number 14,
From Hedlund. Hedlund doing a nice job of making sure she didn't get a good shot.
Leaning, but not knocking
Not-
her off
right,
her feet.
exactly. Just a little bit of pressure.
Don't get the foul. Rebels definitely a more experienced lineup, a lot of seniors,
Yep.
a few more seniors than what Coon Rapids has, but they have some young talent as well. Paige Collage, just a freshman, has started, and we have talked about her quite a bit.
Yes, we have.
Nice thing for Coon Rapids is it's throughout their entire lineup that they
Very young.
are very young. A lot of sophomores, a couple of seniors, handful of juniors, a lot of sophomores.
Oh, we talk about all the time that those younger athletes get a chance to play at the varsity level. That just, win or lose early on in their careers, it just builds up so much experience for them.
Battle for the ball, played back into the corner, saved there by Lundquist. Cardinals trying to clear, Knobloch
We have an injured Cardinal.
challenges, and it was taken out of play by Ashley Carlson, and that's Peyton Taylor, who is slow to get up down in the corner.
They've got that in the corner. It kind of has that dip, a little bit of a hole there in the corner. I don't know if she stepped in it, but you can see there's a little bit of a dip in the field.
Kalai into the middle, finding room. Sets it up, chip shot back out of play on the near side.
See, we're approaching the 25-minute mark left in this contest. 3-0 Champlin Park.
Coon Rapids would love to get one here and have a chance to try and mount a comeback, but more than anything, just to avoid a shutout.
Yep, absolutely.
Not get shut out for the fourth time in 5 games. Especially against a team that is as strong defensively as these Rebels are. Good takeaway there by Amy Shute. Trying to get back in, and her shot off the side of the cage.
Yeah, tried to put that in front of the net, just mishit a little bit. This Rebel team averaging just a little over 4 goals a game.
Is he quick, lost and out of bounds. Coon Rapids on the throw in. Lundquist got right in the way and handed it back to Megan Carlson. Ahead for Kylie Scott. And McKenna Moe on the far side trying to gain the edge against Ava Huge. Cardinals will have the throw-in far side.
When you talk about Kylie Scott, just a freshman. About the youth on this team.
Stopping it up, Ava Johnston skips away from Payne, but she's able to settle and get it ahead for Kylie Scott. She's stopped up by Elizondo. And the Rebels again regain control. Hernandez steps up and stops that one. But the Rebels again so quick to counter and get those steals right back.
Whoa. Yeah, she was played off the ball.
That one might draw a whistle.
Yeah, I would think so.
Turning with it is Shute. Lost it back to the Cardinals, but the Cardinals' clear attempt stopped up by Lundquist. Marshalik to Kala.
Nice pass.
Crosses back
Nice pass.
and into the corner is Shoot out front and smothered by Maddie Hedlund.
Yeah, Maddie Hedlund had to be aggressive there. That ball was coming right to her. There was a white jersey right there, and she had to make sure that she came out and covered it up.
Goal for the Rebels.
Hedlund tried to play it off Shoot. They get tangled up and both go down. Knobloch wins it back for the Cardinals. Payne's pass had a little too much on it. Turned around by Marshalik. Hedlund ahead for Kylie Scott. Plays it behind the defense. Give McKenna Moe a chance to try and run in behind, but booted away by the keeper, Martin.
That was a nice boot by her, too. She's got a strong leg. Again, we talked about just a freshman. Their starting goalkeeper, Bailey, she's a senior, but an opportunity for the young goaltender to get some opportunity here with Rebels up 3-0.
Rebels, again, a good job of just controlling the pace, the play, passing really, really well all game long. But now, of course, you know, no sense of urgency whatsoever.
None.
They can play very relaxed. Long shot from Knobloch is well high and wide.
For the Rebels.
Yund officially.
Of course.
First shot attempted in this second half by Coon Rapids.
Yeah, again, we talked about at the break, they've got to get their offense going. Not able to do so here. And give a lot of credit, obviously, to Champlin Park. It's tough to play a lot of offense when the ball is down on your defensive end most of the half.
Nice ball. Nice ball.
Here's Shoot behind the defense. Left footer goes just wide on the far side. Another goal kick for the Cardinals.
Yeah, the Shoot's shot was off a little bit.
Number 2, Lindsay Carlson. Number 3,
Maybe looking for a crosser, but nobody there.
and number 13, Izzy Quick for Champlin Park.
Kepke, a good boot on it. Battle far side ends up out of bounds to the Rebels. Izzy Quick stepping up to trap it. Trying to get it back to her on the sideline. She's able to gain control. Now back near side for Vandervong. Into the middle, Kala. Cuts back across. Leaves it there for Harding. Racing into the middle is Carlson. Her pass rejected. Cardinals a high clear back near the Rebel bench. Pressuring and trying to get the steal along the lines is Payne, but lost out of bounds.
Hit. Go Pidgey. Go Lizzie.
Far side, McKenna Moe can't keep it in. Kala trying to get into the middle, bumped off it by Hernandez. No call on this one.
And she was looking for a call as well.
Ball booted back out of bounds right to the foot of Cardinal head coach John Carrot. Pass stopped up by Headland. Molly taken down at the center field stripe, and
we haven't seen a lot of whistles against Champlin Park, not as many as we've seen against Coon Rapids here today.
interesting that just our second soccer contest of the season, both doubleheaders, of course, so 4 games, our third game, I guess. And we've seen 2 PKs.
We have.
It's not usual.
It is not. That is correct. Must be a CTN thing.
Of course, the game we did for the boys earlier this season, they got a PK late in the game, got a goal. Relatively meaningless.
Yep.
At that point, they were down big. Carlson trying to push it through the middle, stopped up by Kepke. She'll wait and look for support on the right side. Too much on it, out of bounds, out of the reach of Naomi Griffith.
As you talked about earlier, certainly the Rebels can pretty much take their time doing what they want. The clock definitely is their friend. They're looking to do it here, just moving the ball around. Good passing. Again, just trying to set up their attack.
Nothing on that shot. Scooped up by Headland. Once again, the white jerseys come up, challenge, get a takeaway near midfield, and go right back on the attack. Hernandez bodying with Izzy Quick. Izzy Quick went to the turf, drew the whistle, and they're going to have a free kick from a very dangerous spot just outside the box. Be handled by their freshman, Paige Kala.
Here we go, Paige.
Cardinals able to get a header on it and get the clear out of bounds just in front of the Rebel bench.
Yeah, again, pressure continuing to be down in the Cardinal defensive side of the field, end of the field. Couldn't keep that one in bounds.
Tipped away from Scott, a battle in the middle, cleared far side by Molly, and with it is Naomi Griffith. Head for Knobloch. Battling right along the sideline and out of bounds to the Cardinals. Throw in, booted away. This one played into the middle, coming out to grab it is Martin.
Not as good a boot as she got off the last time.
Quick trying to squeeze between a couple of defenders, got tripped up, draws another whistle.
She's going to try to slip it right between the defenders, get a little bit of an elbow.
Passing to Kala in the middle. She got turned around, fortunately for the Cardinals. Kepke came over and cleared it away.
Yeah, she's going to say she was taken down. Looking for a call. Not going to get one.
Well, you didn't have possession. The ball wasn't there. Both players have the right to that space.
They do.
Bless Thomas trying to sneak in on the setup from Mathis, but Cardinals able to get into position. It was called offside, so free kick for the Cardinals.
There's Red. What a shock he's here.
On a day like today, it'd be hard to imagine him being anywhere else.
Well, any Cardinal sporting event, it's hard to imagine him being anywhere else.
True.
I'm a big fan of the #1 fan.
But with it being as nice out as
This is true. I agree. It's even more reason to be here.
Adding to the enjoyment of a day at the ball field.
Yes.
Soccer pitch. Complex.
The complex.
Place. Really not much happening on either end in this second half. Champlin Park has definitely controlled the possession, but neither team getting great scoring opportunities. The only goal coming on a PK for Champlin Park. Pushed into the corner for Mathis to run onto. Out front, Kala all alone. Easy goal, and that was a gorgeous setup from the Rebels.
Yeah, I mean, they just set that up. They attacked very well, and then that good cross pass. And no opportunity for Hedlund to get that one. That will be her 12th goal of the season. She is the
pretty
leading,
impressive for a freshman.
Leading scorer on this club.
Yeah, Mathis served that cross out there between
beautiful.
Two Cardinal defenders, and Kala is there all alone.
Yeah, she won't get many easier than that.
Here comes Kala again. Shot from a ways out, up off target, out of play.
Substitution for the Rapids. Number 14, Bailey Kane. Number 7, Jessica Dulong. And number 8, Lila.
Inside of 9 minutes remaining, Champlin Park has been in control pretty much since the opening kick, and they lead 4-0. Megan Carlson able to find a little bit of room.
Well, she moves the ball well.
Far side for Hardig. Bringing it back for Carlson. Finding a seam into the middle. Williams stopped up there. Thomas, rather. Back to Carlson. Hardig from a ways out. Wide, but Thomas couldn't get there in time to keep it in.
Yeah, she tried to chase that one down, but just couldn't get to it before it went over the end line.
Vandervang challenged, able to get past Taylor. Hernandez comes over to support. Taylor in front of the Rebel bench. Turns with it, poked away by Vandervang. Turned around again by Hedlund. Hernandez's pass is taken away by Vandervang. Mathis is thwarted by Johnston, but right to Kala. And here's Hardig on the far side. For Blessed Thomas. Had it taken away by Hedlund, able to keep it in along the edge.
Great job keeping it in.
Cleared step, stopped up by Vandervang and moved to Megan Carlson. Sullivan trying to attack across the top of the box, broken up by Hernandez. That one takes a Cardinal bounce, gives an opportunity for Bailey Payne behind the defense. Payne, the one who had the goal disallowed in the first half for Coon Rapids. Trying to keep it in along the edge, back to Taylor. Taylor, slide tackle there by Vandervang. Taylor able to regain control. Challenged again, this time by Kala. And then the pass taken away by Thomas. Thomas tripped up. And another penalty against Coon Rapids.
There you see the time remaining, just a little over 5 minutes. And Champlin Park with a healthy 4-0 lead.
And with the amount of possession and their ability to keep the ball at the other end of the field, it's a very comfortable floor.
Yes. Yeah, I mean, Coon Rapids is not really offering anything offensively here in the second half.
Almost on a mistake there, but diving out to smother it is Sarah Martin. And the Rebels more than content to pass it around and make sure they're all together before moving forward. Looking to chalk up their 9th win, improved to 9-0-1.
Good job.
Chipped into the corner for Thomas, cleared away in front of her by Hedlund.
Number of substitutions coming in for both squads.
Approaching the final 3 minutes to play here. Champlin Park comfortable at 4-0 and controlling play in the Coon Rapids end still.
Yeah, you talked about it. Coon Rapids would love to get the opportunity to get at least a goal in here before the end of this contest, but, you know, give credit to Champlin Park. They're just
good effort down the sideline there for Molly Knobloch, but it rolls out of bounds in front of her.
Yeah, they're not really letting them do anything here, especially in the second half.
No, hard not to be impressed.
Oh, yeah.
By what Champlin Park is able to do, been able to do today. The amount of control and just how well they have shut off the Cardinals' offensive opportunities. Cardinals had a little bit of pressure early, especially in that first half.
They did.
But, you know, they survived a couple close calls. And then they have just pretty much dominated ever since.
They have.
And not allowed the Cardinals to sniff at the other end. Coon Rapids just one shot attempted in the second half.
Yeah, it's tough to win games when you're able to do that. So this win will bring the Rebels to 9-0-1, and the Cardinals will fall to 3-7-1. This is a conference that's really bunched up at the top between Andover, Champlin Park, Maple Grove, and Centennial. All solid squads, all rated in the top 10. Actually, in the top 9.
Says something about soccer in the Northwest Suburban. Knobloch bumped off it. That'll draw a whistle. Coon Rapids will have an opportunity from a pretty good spot.
I'll see if this is an opportunity with under a minute. See if they get on the board here.
That one just up and over out of play. Goal kick for Champlin Park.
There you see 34 seconds remaining.
The Rebels will mount one last charge. Pushing it ahead, and that one just out of the reach, and just getting a piece was Hedlund. And then able to come back to it with some help from her defender.
Yeah, you're going to see it again. And again, a nice offensive opportunity. Hedlund's going to get a hand on it. It's going to be knocked away, but then she's going to dive for it and bring it back in. And that'll do it, Joe Young. The Rebels going to win 4-0.
Yep, almost 5-0. Good effort coming back to stop that one up by Lillian Hosick. Or it could have been a 5-0 score.
It really could have. But
yeah, not the way the Cardinals wanted it to go, but knew coming in that this was a very tough team, especially defensively, and it was going to be incredibly difficult, especially considering the struggles they've had on the offensive end. Champlin Park able to take advantage of a penalty kick in the 9th minute of the second half. Then a great feed out front, and Kala puts it past into a wide open net. Her 12th of the year. That came with just under 10 minutes remaining.
There you see the final stats. 26 shots for the Rebels, 13 of those. That's pretty efficient on net. Cardinals just managed 7 shots, 2 of them on goal, and 1 corner kick. You see the goal kick's 12 versus 8, but the story of the fact is that Champlin Park controlled this one from start to finish. Cardinals got an early goal that was waved off, and Champlin Park continued to dominate from that point on.
And so that will end the night for this broadcast. We will have coverage of the boys game in this doubleheader as well. That's going to do it for this edition of CTN Sports. Again, the final score, Champlin Park 4, Coon Rapids 0. Want to thank everybody out there for joining us, continuing to support everything we do here at CTN. For the entire crew, including Howie Shapiro, I'm Joe Young, saying goodnight.